What's up, guys? So here we are in my yard, and I'm gonna do a little bit of like an update slash like progress of the trees that I have in the ground, mostly mango trees plus a few other things. This is mostly just to like keep record of like how things are growing and whatnot. So here we go. This tree right here is in my front yard. I have basically like the entire perimeter of my yard planted with trees. So this is a white peri tree that I planted last year as a 3-gallon, and it tried flowering heavily and didn't really push out any new growth up till now. So it's finally starting to grow. And this over here is a honeycomb tree that I also I planted this one as a 7-gallon, and it also tried to flower pretty heavily, and it's been growing up quite nicely since then. The white peri actually is probably one of my favorite mangoes that I tried this year. Honeycomb I had some earlier in the season that were kind of disappointing, but some of the ones I've had towards the end of the season here have been actually really good. So I was second guessing myself for a little while there, but now I'm feeling better. This is a sugarloaf tree that also tried flowering super heavy, and I actually tried moving this tree a little bit, and it kind of stunted its growth, and it got like heavily attacked by like the Sri Lankan weevils. I think that's what those are called, but now it's starting to flush out and it's looking better. This was a 3-gallon when I put it in. This is an ice cream mango that I put in a few months ago, and this tree actually, when I bought it, was about double the size, and then when I planted it, pretty much had no root system whatsoever, and all this stuff just died back. I don't know if it had some root rot or whatnot, but as you can see, it's a pretty thick trunk compared to the size of the canopy. But yeah, I didn't want to return the tree or anything like that. It is what it is. But it's all this stuff here is new growth, because all this side had fallen out. So it's an ice cream tree. This right here is a San Pablo custard apple tree that I put in earlier this season. I got this from Montura Gardens. If you guys haven't checked them out, I highly recommend them. They're awesome. They'll deliver trees pretty much anywhere in Florida, I think. You can see it's flowering. I've tried hand pollinating it, but I think this is the first time this tree flowers. I bought it as a 15-gallon, and we'll see if it does any good or not. But these are some orchids that I have. Come around here to the back. And some Jaboticabas that I planted earlier this year. This one here is a red hybrid variety. This is a Sabra. I was told that, these, like this size trunk, and when it starts peeling like this, it's probably not too long before it fruits. So that'll be nice. I tried some Jaboticabas over at I think it's called A Natural Farm. Yeah, A Natural Farm. So that's a really cool nursery here in Central Florida, and they have like an all organic setup with like fruit trees you can taste and whatnot. It's pretty cool. The distance between my trees, like for the most part, is anywhere between like 13 and 16 feet. Some more, some less. Since I'm kind of planting around the perimeter of my yard, I don't really have, this being the exception, where I have some trees back front here and then back there. But like as far as like to the sides of my yard, my mango trees they only have like trees to like either side, so that it's not like a row system where you got trees on every side of the mango. So I figured like 13 to 16 feet was probably enough. Plus I'm not trying to be a mango farmer or anything like that. And just like having a bunch of different varieties to try. Could have maybe even gone closer, really, being in Orlando, or Central Florida. This is another red hybrid Jaboticaba I planted earlier this season. So I'll have these huge oak trees back here. There's Morgan. This one's really big, so you can see Morgan tree. But anyways, the canopy covers like this whole entire back side. You can see there's no grass down here, or very little of it. So I figured I'd plant some Jaboticabas back here. Maybe put like 2 more, like one there and one over there. And then I got this miracle berry or miracle fruit tree, also from Montura Gardens. As you can see, it's actually don't pee on my trees, dude. It's actually got some fruit on it right now. Yeah, Morgan really likes to pee on my trees for whatever reason. But miracle fruit, for those of you that haven't tried it, is I don't know. I don't know why it's not more popular. Basically, you eat it and it changes anything that tastes sour to sweet. So you can make like a lemonade with no sugar. It literally tastes like the sweetest lemonade you've ever had, and it won't have any sugar. Also try like grapefruit is really delicious with it, and so is pineapple and pretty much anything sour. Even like Greek yogurt, which is usually like kind of like on the sour side or tart side, it makes it just like super sweet. This is a fruit punch mango, also from Montura Gardens. This one I put in as a 25 gallon. And as you can see, hasn't really grown any since I kind of trimmed it a little bit. When I got it, it looked like it was maybe being attacked by thrips. I guess maybe it's got a little bit of like paused growth in some areas. Over here we have cac mango. This was another one of my favorite mangoes this year, and I got this from Julie's Tropical Fruits in Apopka, Florida. This was purchased as a 15 gallon. I put that in a few months ago as well. So this behind me is actually an abandoned golf course. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just plant it with a bunch of mango trees? Oh, there's Morgan. He loves it. Look at that. Living the life. So that's the house over there. So right here is a Catalina avocado. Looks a little bit sun stressed, and I don't know how it's gonna do. There we go. Get it, booby. Come on, get it. Go get it. Go get it. He's over there. Like, that's technically my neighbor's yard, but he's pretty good. So this is a Catalina avocado. I don't think these do great up here in Central Florida winters. This is kind of that quintessential like Cuban avocado. And I am Cuban. I was born in Cuba. I moved to Miami when I was 3 years old, and this one just, this one hits home. So I'm gonna give it a shot and see if it does well. So that over there is the north side of my property. Northwest is that way, and that's the cold wind coming this way in the winter. So it's, we got these huge oak trees here, so maybe they provide a little bit of extra warmth for these trees on this side. I don't know, maybe that's wishful thinking, but yeah. So this tree is Super Alfonso. That's another really good mango that I tried this year. I actually had an ugly Betty in here, but I moved it twice and it really kind of like just stunted it and I wasn't happy. So I took it out and I put this Super Alfonso from also Montura Gardens. Shout out again, those guys are awesome. Super Alfonso is super tasty and it's supposed to be like actually like relatively good producer and healthy tree. It's starting to rain, so we're gonna speed things up here. This is a Venus tree. I got this one from Julie's Tropical Fruit Trees in Apopka. Good looking little tree. Actually, kind of the reason I bought it was like had a nice thick trunk compared to like its canopy, and I think it was like being sold as a 15-gallon. It's kind of hard to get good sized trees these days, you know, like everything's up potted, but this one was pretty good, so I got it. Venus mango is pretty good. I don't think I've ever tried like a really good one. I usually picked kind of early, but I hear a lot of really good things about it. So this is an Oro Negro avocado. I got this, I think, as a 3-gallon from Julie's Tropical Fruits. So you can see this, all this is like my border of my yard here. So this is an orange sherbet. I planted this last year as a 15-gallon. Look guys, there's these like little tiny anoles all over my mango trees. It's like, I don't know if it's their breeding season or what, but they're everywhere. They're kind of hard to see because they're green, but look, there it goes. They're the cutest little things. But yeah, orange sherbet, this was my favorite mango of last year, so I immediately bought one and put one in the ground as a 15-gallon. And this tree is always flushing out. It has really like compact growth. Like the inner nodes aren't very long, so I really like that about this tree. This right here is a coconut cream, and boy, this is a slow grower. I planted this as a 7-gallon, and I think it's flushed out twice since last year. This is another San Pablo custard apple. From pretty much all these trees are from Montura, except the Jaboticabas and the ones that I mentioned that are from Julie's. This one is from Montura as well. I got this as a 15-gallon. This one didn't flower. Over here, this is like a little bonsai section that I have here. I got some seedlings, basil plant. That's a this right here is a, what do you call this? It's an avocado tree, but it's from, it's from Lara Farms. It's improved pollock, and I got this as a little 1-gallon tree. And probably not the best for Central Florida either, but yeah, I saw a few YouTube videos and they were really hyping it up, so I got excited and I ordered a 1-gallon. But yeah, that's a little blackberry tree my mother-in-law gave me. That's that ugly Betty I was telling you guys about. It's the white sapele. That's wrong. That's just a bucket I had. So yeah, see how it doesn't look great. So I put it in a pot and see if it does any better. This is a guava tree that I took out of the ground. I don't know if it got nematodes or what, but it just, you guys can see it doesn't look great. So I put it in a pot and see if it gets better. If not, it is what it is. This is a Ruby Supreme guava. I got this one actually at a farmer's market. I really just kind of like the dude and I wanted to support him, so I got a Ruby Supreme. I know guavas don't seem to do great in Florida, unfortunately. So, and this over here is an Alenpour Banishan. That's one of the best mangoes I've ever tried. I bought this as a 15-gallon, and it actually, you can see how skinny this trunk is. It was like this all the way up to like 6 feet. It was just one really long spindly trunk, not really the growth habit that I want. So as much as it hurt me to chop 2/3 of a 15-gallon tree down, I kind of wanted to get proper structure with branching a little bit lower down. So I just chopped it off, left one leaf on it, which I think is still hanging on there. Yeah, so this was the only leaf that was on it, and then I cut it right there. And I've actually got more than 3 growths, but I left 3 growths, and then now I'm starting to let it grow out again. So it's growing, it's flushing out pretty fast. I mean, it's a good amount of foliage for having been chopped down like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. So that's Ellen Barbashian. You guys can see down the house. So these are about 10 feet away from my carport here, but we're on a downhill, so it really shouldn't impede too much if I keep them trimmed over on this side. You see they go all the way down, and then the fruit punches at the top of the hill. The Jaboticabas are back there, and then the front yard is empty. This side I don't really have a whole lot of space here. That's mostly my neighbor's yard. My property line kind of is like on the other side of that pole, or on this side of that pole. So I don't really have too much space. I'm worried about putting stuff too close to the driveway here and having it lift the driveway. So yeah. That over there is the white prairie that we started with. So that's that. It's my little mango orchard slash food forest, or whatever you guys want to call it. So you guys are around here. All right, we'll do an update of the yard maybe in a few months, maybe next year, and see how things are growing, see what I've changed, etc. All right, y'all. Bye.